Greetings, Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. Welcome to your tarot video scope for May 2020 by LightWorker. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please turn on the notification bell. This way you are going to be notified every time that I upload videos and every time that I go live. These are general readings. It could be useful for you to listen to the video for your rising sign and moon sign because you are going to get additional information. If you'd like to book a personal private consultation with me, please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. I have already done a whole new reading for each sign of the zodiac, and it is available for download and purchase. And for those of you who are interested, for the Vimeo videos, click in the link down here below in the show more description box. Or you may choose to join the membership program. Click on the join button right here next to the subscribe, or click in the link down here below in the show more description box. That's going to take you to the membership program. In the membership program, I have uploaded and I have done a second whole new reading for each sign of the zodiac that are twice as long as the YouTube readings with a lot more additional information. You're going to notice there different levels of the membership program with different perks and benefits. With that being said, now I'm going to focus to do this reading for you, Libra. The general feeling that I'm picking up for your sign has to deal with devastation, something coming to an end so that something new can begin, moving, a change of homes, leaving a relationship behind, leaving behind circumstances, relationships, energies that kind of were blocking you or no longer bring abundance in your life. And in the midst of ups and downs, and even in the midst of some of you may be feeling devastated, you are still going to be able to also experience happiness. Now I'm going to break this down one by one. The first card that wanted to show up for you, Libra, is the Tower. It's not a pretty card to have, I know, but allow me to tell you the meaning of the card first, and then I will tune in to listen to what my spiritual team has to tell you about this. The Tower symbolizes sudden, unexpected changes, a change of home, moving, devastating conditions, financial problems, a breakup, a separation, a divorce, a conflict, a fight, a loss of power, or loss of faith. That's the general meaning of the card. So now allow me to listen to what this means, because more so than about one circumstance, they're talking about a series of circumstances now coming to an end, and how you are going to be able to address and resolve each and every circumstance. You may be dealing with people one person at a time so that you can resolve the situation, close the karma, and move on. You may be finding yourself to feel lonely. You may find yourself to people who promise to help you, they may not show up. There's going to be a little bit of disappointment about it. But at the same time, I also get a sense that when you least expect it, your circumstance is going to change and is going to turn around for the better. For some of you, it feels like you may need to deal with some sort of an adjustment. You may need to adjust your living situation. You may need to adjust something specific about a bank account. You may need to adjust a certain bill that shows up. Maybe it's not quite right. The calculations are wrong, and some changes, adjustments, errors that need fixing are going to show up. If you are looking into getting out of a rental contract, maybe you're going to be able to do that. Some of you Maybe a fight needs to happen or something needs to happen so that you can move out. Maybe this home doesn't support your energy anymore. So for some of you, you may be finding yourself moving into a new home either in May or in June, July. If this is a circumstance that already happened, maybe you had to deal with a fire related situation. Maybe you already went through a divorce related situation, a breakup related situation, or feeling devastated for other reasons. Now in May, if that already happened for you, now it feels like you could be something needs to settle. You may be dealing with the aftermath of it. You could be it's going to be about your emotions. How do you feel about it? How you are now able to see everything differently. Some sort of a recuperation will take place. You may need to recuperate emotionally, recuperating from grief, recuperating from hard work, from an illness. You may have dealt with authority. Authority could be the government, your higher ups, an organization, somebody who for some reason had authority over you. Now it feels like you're going to get out under the thumb. From the under the thumb of authority, like somebody had a lot of authority, they were holding you like this, and you didn't know what to do. Maybe it was a circumstance. Now you're going to shift out, out of it. Something good is going to come out of this. If that's a circumstance that already happened, now you're going to be able to see that things could have gone a lot more worse, but somehow you were saved, somehow you were redirected into doing something better. It could have been about a business or a work-related circumstance. But now you could be uncovering more details. Now you could be uncovering a different level of the truth. And now you're going to feel like, wow, it could have gone a lot worse. People may be coming out, people may be coming up to you, giving you more information about it, or to simply reveal. I get a sense of a lot of revelations taking place around you. The next card that you have is the Nine of Cups. So after the Tower, here you are being happy, even being having the advantage of pampering yourself, being in a favorable position to also be able to pamper yourself, to be happy. It also represents creativity, something to support your soul, happiness, generosity, giving and receiving for the sake of generosity. For some of you, finally, you have left this circumstance behind. So now you are able to relax. One by one, you are about to accumulate maybe the wealth that you lost. If you lost an opportunity, now one by one, new opportunities will knock in your door. If it is about a group of people with whom you either family members, relatives, friends, groups of people that you belong to and you had a falling out of some sort, now you're going to find new groups of people with whom you are easily going to connect. If you have felt depressed, for some of you, this could have been sadness, depression, grief. You are leaving all of that behind. Little by little, you are getting more in touch with your basic needs. Little by little, you are getting more in touch. You're going to feel more awakened. Little by little, you're going to restore that inner joy and that happiness. For some of you, this may have been like a long journey already. Maybe this is an ongoing journey even from 9 months ago. It could also be about the month of September. There's something meaningful, or you could start to see some results, or it's going to make better sense to you why you had to go through certain struggles. So I get a sense that something will shift, but you are also going to set yourself up for success. You are going to be pursuing opportunities that are going to show up. Maybe you dealt with your fear. your grief, whatever emotionally you had to go through, you dealt with, because now it feels like you are empowered. You are physically energized, you are empowered, and you're like, yes, let's do this. Whatever you need to do. If for you, whatever you need to do is proceed legally, you're going to do that. If whatever you need to do for you is let's focus on my health, you're going to do that. Resolving a family matter, you're going to be doing that. I also have a sense that they are also talking about some of you going through hypnosis, a nutrition program, a diet program. Uh, but it also they're also telling me some sort of a therapy that is coming to an end, and that you are completing that. Uh, for some of you, they're also talking about you successfully graduating, passing a course of study coming to an ending. For other Libras, you could be starting some sort of a coaching program, training, courses, classes. In some ways, you could be putting yourself in a position of power. Maybe that's how you're going to take your power back. Some of you need to go through the divorce and the breakup. Maybe you're going to create a new business, so you're putting yourself in power. You could be dealing with a boss or a company, or through your work, maybe more power, duty, responsibilities could be granted to you. Could also be about you could be happy because a promotion is about to happen. You could be receiving good news about a promotion. But in the midst of everything, you are also going to be able to see the end of it, to see the truth, to understand and comprehend the situation, and to also feel much more relaxed about it, to restore yourself and to restore your inner joy. The next card that you have is the Devil card. So this card symbolizes addictions of any kind. It could also be addicted to an unhealthy relationship. Sometimes it also represents adverse conditions or a negative cycle of events. Now, even though all of these cards, the meaning of it is not so good, what I keep hearing through the spiritual team, it feels like you have gone on the other side and come back. You had to go through that dark night of your soul, and now you are coming out of it. And it feels like whatever the situation or energies that made you feel trapped and chained, now it feels like all of that is going to come to an end. You could be helping somebody at this time who maybe they're going through addiction problems. For some of you, it's going to be about legally or officially breaking up the relationship. You could be renegotiating your position and being able to renegotiate the terms of a contract. You could be able to get out of a contract. I have a sense that for some of you, they're talking that some of your dreams could be disturbing. You could be having premonitions in your dreams. For some of you, it feels like you're going to be spending a lot of hours late at night, either talking to somebody, self-reflecting, self-analysis, analyzing your self. There could be a lot in your mind. But energetically, there's going to be a lot of purging. There's a lot happening at a karmic level. There's a lot happening in May with planetary movements, but also a lot of work feels that has been taking place on your behalf. So if some of you are going through changes with your sleep cycle, maybe that needs to happen. Be very aware at this time of people who could be neglecting your needs, people who could be trying to lie, cheat, or deceive you. You're going to be able to see through that person. You're going to be able to seek that situation through. But they're also talking about dark psychic forces around. And I get a sense that for some of you, you could be doing some ceremony to clear your energy. You could be doing saging. You could be talking to your angels. You could be praying. It feels like there's going to be a lot of emphasis on what can you put in order so that you can better protect yourself. Is there any action that can take place now so that you feel more protected with your finances, maybe to protect your bank accounts, maybe to protect any emails, passwords, that you have your safety, your emotional safety. Um, so it feels like you're going to be putting all of that into order so that you don't have to think about it later. But I also get a strong sense of many of you are going to focus on how to get a better psychic protection around you. You are now going to have the power to break some old patterns because these old patterns kept bringing you back into the same circle without getting any real results. For some of you, it could be maybe addiction to sugar. You're going to quit that. Maybe you were addicted to a friendship that always felt like that friend was just taken from you. You're going to put an end to that. It could have been, as I mentioned a few times, about a relationship. So anything that needs to end for your own good, now you're going to feel courageous enough, you're going to feel that the environment is right, and you have the power to put an end to anything that needs to end at this time. For some of you, it could be in regards to a legal circumstance. Maybe that's coming to an end. So pay attention to where you have been giving away your power, okay, and pay attention to where it is within your means to take your power back. Sometimes the truth can be very liberating. That's what I keep hearing for some of you Libras. The next card that you have, it says yes, and when you get this card, it means yes. The answer is yes about your inquiry, but at the same time, maybe you need to ask additional questions, maybe you need more research, maybe you need to know the details, so maybe you don't know everything yet and you need to figure out maybe how to do it so you can get to your goal. Your instincts are going to be right. Someone will show up with practical help. I also keep hearing that you have now to be more practical with your choices in life. You have to look at what is practical for you to do, what is attainable for you to do. If you have tried everything and it hasn't worked, you haven't succeeded, maybe for some of you that's a sign that you gave it your best and now it's time to move on to something different. There's something about yourself that maybe you misunderstood, or you have been using your unique talents, gifts, and abilities not to the best advantage. And for some of you, going back to some course of study is being indicated. Going back to taking courses, classes again is being indicated. But they are also talking about you finally coming home. And when they say that, they mean it in an emotional sense. You know, when you felt scattered, and now you're going to feel like finally your soul is coming home, feeling more in tune with your own self, feeling more in tune with the choices that you made, not contemplating over and over. You're going to be able to make peace with that. For those of you who keep contemplating over it, and it feels like brand new opportunities lie ahead, but you do have to do the work, and you do have to show up. Some of you are bound to have some sort of a windfall of good luck. Maybe suddenly you get clients. If you work with clients, maybe suddenly you get more work, job opportunities. For some of you, you're going to have some good luck in terms of money. a windfall of opportunities, could be an emotional windfall, but for some of you, not for everybody, but for some of you, Libras, I keep hearing that is going to rain money. I hope that this is making sense to you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so I hope that this is making sense to you. You can always email me for a private reading. I'm a lightworker@gmail.com. You may visit the Vimeo videos. The link for it is down here below for those of you who are interested. Excuse me again. The Vimeo videos are going to give you a whole new reading for each sign of the zodiac, or you may join the membership program. In the membership program, you're going to get an additional second reading for each sign of the zodiac that is going to be twice as long. Thank you again, and I will reconnect with you in the next video. Bye.